Well, welcome back once again to another installment of Florida College basketball. Here in Conn Gymnasium, Florida College Falcons taking on the Weber International Warriors tonight. Florida College on a 5-game losing streak. They've been in a bit of a rut over the past few weeks, and now they're back at home for the first time in a little while, coming off of a 4-point loss, a close game to Coastal Georgia, who they bested by quite a few earlier in the season. And we're going to see if Florida College can turn things around tonight. Starting off for the Falcons, number 1, Nate Duda. Got number 13, Chase Hettinger, stepping up into the starting spot tonight. Johnny Torrance Jr., number 22, out there, as well as number 32, Stephon Martin, one of the few originals from last year. And number 0, Larion Guinness, in the point guard spot tonight as we get started. Florida College gets the tip, and they'll kick it off here against Weber International. Guinness is going to start things off slowly and find Hettinger. Hettinger loses his dribble, but he's able to recover. Finds Johnny Torrance. Guinness. Torrance works his way around. They're going to call him out of bounds, and he missed the layup either way. That's going to head back for Weber. Bringing it down for Weber is Orlando Thomas, number 3. He tosses it to Khalil Simmons, number 7. Also out on the court, number 11, Jordan Golden, who we've seen playing here a number of times against Florida College, as well as number 2, Ethan Taylor, as that one's stolen away once again. And the last, Ethan Taylor, number 2. For Weber International. That one's pulled up by Sorensen and no good. Nothing doing these first 3 possessions as Torrance will try to turn that around. Swinging it around, Duda left on the corner there. Wasn't noticed in time. They set up and bail out as Duda takes one from outside, and just in and out, popped off the front of the rim and right back out. It's held by Orlando Thomas and tossed across to Simmons. Simmons dumps it to Taylor. He goes down low with it. Jordan Golden gets it stolen away. Hettinger ends up with it. Duda goes up and puts it in for the 2 from the other side of the rim off the alley-oop pass from Hettinger. That's the first 2 of the night, and for Florida College to come out to a lead. Brought down low and dumped right back out. It's Khalil Simmons who will put down the first points for Weber. Cashing one from outside the line. Johnny Torrance Jr. pump fakes. Doesn't go up with it. Around Hettinger. Duda finds Hettinger. Good luck, unable to get it away. Ethan Taylor a little bit in the face of Hettinger on that shot. Not quite an open look. Golden again, going down low. Martin tries to swat it away. Guinness ends up helping him get it out, and Duda will get a hold of it. Johnny Torrance Jr. pump fakes. Goes outside with it. Duda finds Johnny. Torrance can't put it away. Hettinger slaps it to Duda. They recover. He's going to find Hettinger from deep. Leaves it off the left side. Not a great look, unfortunately, for Hettinger. He pulled that one off very quickly, and it just did not find the spot on the rim where it needed to. Golden at the top. From outside, Foul called. Gabriel Sorensen putting one up from outside. It appears Khalil Simmons called on the foul off the ball on the attempted rebound there. And the Falcons are going to maintain possession. Only 5 points scored between both teams in these first 4 minutes. We'll see if they can kick it into gear offensively a little bit. Hettinger swinging it around. Duda just in and out and in the exact same spot where he missed that last three, and it's such a good spot in the rim. If it catches just a little bit less, it'll roll right in. That one tossed way up and long, airballs it. Out of bounds called. And a scrappy play by Jordan Golden. Just unfortunately for him, sticks his foot out of bounds while he was on the ground. Might have ended up as a travel call for him either way. But Florida College is going to get the ball right back. Duda going down low. He uses his teammate Martin and steps off, puts it away for two. The lead flip-flops back to a Falcon lead by one. Sorensen. Thomas goes down, puts that one in for two. Larion Guinness gonna settle it and give the Falcons some breathing room here. Outside, Duda to find Hettinger, who just leaves it way short, and not a great look for Hettinger. He's luckily going to be able to steal that one right back off of an attempted cherry-picking effort from Sorensen. They're going to call a timeout to reset shot clock, and a good steal away from Hettinger there to be able to send the ball back the Falcons' direction. Hettinger is struggling so far to be able to cash those from outside. He is pretty solid generally from outside the line. But so far tonight, just not finding a groove. We'll see if he can connect as the night goes on. Wasn't really looking for an opportunity when he got the ball there. He may be looking to pass a bit more. Had a look there from outside and didn't take it either. I'm thinking he's going to look inside a little bit more, or the Falcons as a whole may be thinking to look inside a little bit more. That one off of Weber, given right back to the Falcons. We're going to see Justin Kruzeski come in for Hettinger. Kruzeski, one of two returners from last year, as we've talked about. He and Stephon Martin both out there on the court tonight. That one tossed up. Torrance, not a great look off the front of the rim. Didn't quite give it a chance. It'll be returned by Orlando Thomas. He'll find Simmons. Simmons pulls up. Not a great look from Simmons either. That one up. Jordan Golden unable to put it away. Kruzeski leaves it long on the effort. Falcons throwing them up from outside right now more than they have in the past. In the past couple of games, we have seen them struggle down low when they've been here at home. This may be a bit of an effort to shake things up after a tough streak of losses. That one foul called on Stephon Martin there as he puts Khalil Simmons on the ground. First free throw of the evening is made by Khalil Simmons, the junior from Louisville. He'll have one more. So we have Keegan Phillips checking in for Stephon Martin on Florida College's side. Guinness will bring it down. Malik Buford now with it. He is also subbing in now for the Falcons. And just a poor look. Keegan Phillips with a 2-on-1 situation, unfortunately, and he is unable to come away with it. They now try to toss it down low. Weber's going to keep that one. Zachary O'Callahan in at number 24 for Weber as a timeout is called. Looks like they had sent Jalen Bain out there as well for Weber. We're going to get to see a few new faces subbing in on their side as well. We're seeing a little bit of a different starting rotation now for the Falcons at this point in the year. Nate Duda was out for a while with an injury that he took in the first game of the year, and he is a regular starter as well as Larion Guinness. But now we're getting to see Justin Kruzeski, Keegan Phillips, people like Isaiah Shirley and Chase Hettinger getting a starting bid tonight. But people like Kruzeski and Phillips getting in early in these games where they might not have earlier on in the season. People like Johnny Torrance Jr. coming in a little bit later in the game, now out for Malik Buford, who's been fantastic off the bench so far this year. We'll see if that can continue as Falcons wait patiently for Weber to get back out on the court. Jalen Bain tosses it across. And that's Thomas who can't put that one in from outside. Kruzeski with a look. Duda will find Guinness. Kruzeski left open. He goes to Phillips instead. Phillips tries to go to Duda, and Duda is just not there. Foul called. They're going to give it to Weber. It looked like Thomas had lost control of it a little bit on the way down, but he's fouled either way as the ball flew out of his hands and into Buford. And luckily, they will retain possession. Pick set, nothing doing so far. All the way down, and it's Duda who gets up and blocks hard. Ends up getting fouled on the second or third attempt there. It's going to send Jordan Golden to the line. The senior from not too far away in Land O'Lakes will have a chance to put a couple away here to extend that Weber lead potentially to 5. Misses that one in an attempt to try to give them another 2. Turns into an out of bounds and the Falcons ball. Jamal Trice now in for the Falcons. Weber pressing. Malik Buford charging down. 4-on-1 with Keegan Phillips there, and somehow Weber's able to give that one back to Florida College. Looks like Jordan Golden got a hand on it while he was standing out of bounds, and that's Nate Duda being tackled. They're going to call a jump ball. They'll take a minute to clean up the court a little bit. Weber with a 4-point lead now. A very slow start for both teams, but especially for Florida College here with only 4 points in these first 8 minutes of the game. Both sides have a lot of work to do offensively. And it seems like Khalil Simmons didn't like that pass at all. He just sent it right back where it came from. Callahan's going to put that one away for a 2. They lead by 6. And Trice will carry it down for Florida College. Florida College just struggling to get the ball to the rim so far tonight. Buford with a poor pass. Luckily it's Callahan for the Falcons who ends up tipping it and sending it right back in their direction. He did not like the call at all. Adamant that he did not touch it before it went out. Regardless, call's going to stand. Trice finds Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski hit on the way to the rim. Falcons are going to have to rush back defensively. That one's a 2, no good. Off the shot from Jalen Bain, and it's Trice who will settle it. Find Johnny Torrance Jr. Falcons need to make something happen here as we near the 10-minute mark. Just 4 points on the board for them so far. Krzyzewski just off, and a good look is not falling right now for the Falcons. That one packed hard. Jalen Bain put up against the backstop, but it turns into a Weber 2 anyways as Callahan's able to come up, put that one away from a 2. My goodness. We'll hope that Bain is okay. He landed hard. That one slapped away. Just sloppy play right now offensively for Florida College. We're going to hit the 10-minute mark here. Florida College with just 4 points in the first quarter of this game. They need to make something fall, and it seems as though they've been sending up some prayers from deep, and it is not happening for them so far tonight. That one pulled up. Montreal McCullough unable to put his first attempt of the evening away. Duda, Krzyzewski just cannot make it happen. While I'm sure Weber is not ecstatic about their performance right now, Florida College has to be more frustrated. Just a slow start offensively. Have not been able to get things to go. 4 points in almost 11 minutes now. Jamal Trice sending one up, and just not really setting anything up on that play. It seems like Trice took it upon himself. Yep, a charge called. Duda doing a good job of getting in the way. He'll draw it, send it back the Falcons' direction. Falcons sending in Stephon Martin and Chase Hettinger once again. They'll look to make something happen. Duda swings it to Guinness. Johnny Torrance Jr. as well back in the game. Guinness goes up for a 2. Nothing doing once again. Florida College just not creating a whole lot of opportunities for themselves offensively. They've had some bad shots, but that's not really what's doing it. It's Weber doing a good job on defense of never letting them get comfortable. Down lower, up top, and that just a pass straight to Johnny Torrance Jr. He's not going to let that one end up without a 2. They break the streak and get back to 6. Good steal and pressure from Torrance to get a much-needed 2 and try to kick their team back into gear here. As we near the 8-minute mark, Weber leading by 6. Jordan Golden finds Ethan Taylor outside. Tossed way up, and that's Duda who's going to snag it. Foul called. Duda's got it. He'll send it in to Guinness. That one off. Guinness just didn't come up to get it and ends up having a collision with Sorensen because of it. That one's stolen away quickly. Jalen Bain has it. Guinness can't get to it. Bain with a 2. No doubt frustration on both sides, but truly not a whole lot of effort put in by Guinness on that play, and could have led to another opportunity for the Falcons, or definitely not a turnover. That one to Torrance down low. Certainly didn't like that one. Chase Hettinger puts one in after the whistle, though. Looks like it ends up being a kicked ball on Jordan Golden. So the Falcons are going to retain possession. Out to Hettinger. They'll find it. Torrance. Duda leaves one way long. Torrance stays in. And Torrance is going to fight his way back to a steal and a 2. Couple of huge points for Florida College being put up by Torrance in these past couple minutes. Yeah, and there's the foul. Guinness stepping in and hip checking a little bit. It's going to let Weber hold on to that ball. 6.5 minutes left. Poor performances on offense from both sides. Solid defensive performances on both sides. Callahan doesn't want it, but he gets it anyways. Driving down low and lost. Once again, it's Duda who finds Torrance. It's Jamal Trice now in. Looking for Hettinger. A huge 2 put in. Stephon Martin able to lay one in to make it a 4-point game. Falcons trying to fight their way back here with just 6 minutes left in the first half. Right now, on the Weber side, Khalil Simmons leading with 5 points. We haven't seen him these past few minutes. Zachary O'Callahan with 2. He's 2 for 2 from the field so far tonight. For Florida College, Nate Duda and Johnny Torrance, each with 4, and Stephon Martin with 2. Now, on the team side, Falcons are shooting just 21%. They are 0 for 13 from outside the line. They've had a lot of opportunities that they've created for themselves outside and just have not been able to capitalize. Had they been able to capitalize on those opportunities, this would be a very different ballgame right now. Weber not doing much better, only 27.8% from the field, and 1 of 8 from outside the line. Falcons have given them a few free throw opportunities. They've made 3 for 4 of those. Weber right now with 9 turnovers already, though, which is going to be huge. If they get that under control and the Falcons continue to shoot the way they do, it's a no-brainer for Weber to be able to close this one out in the exact same fashion that they've started. If they continue those turnovers, Falcons will continue to have chances to do what Chase Hettinger just did and put one down from outside. The first of the game. Falcons 1 for 14, but a little bit of life breathed into them now as they're back within 3 points of Weber. Nearing the 5-minute mark. It's 5 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first half. It's brought down low. Pressure put on. Travel called. Falcons are going to get it. Montreal McCullough coming in for Weber. I'm going to call a timeout. Weber with that now has their 10th turnover in just the first 15 minutes of the game. Not optimal for a team that could be doing, I think, much better if they were able to lock down on some of those. Some of them have been created by good Falcons defense. I'll give the Florida College defense credit where it's due. But Weber needs to get that under control nonetheless if they want to have a chance to make anything happen, especially in this second half. As I'd mentioned, those turnovers being costly for Weber, the Falcons right now have scored 8 points off of those 10 turnovers. And it doesn't seem like a whole lot until you consider that the Falcons have only scored 13 the entire game, which means that they've scored more off of those turnovers than they have out of natural possessions. Jamal Trice back on for Florida College, and they'll leave Hettinger on as well, who was finally able to cash one from deep. It's Trice who will settle it now for the Falcons. Pump fakes. He's left open as he picked it up, though. He's going to find Martin. Martin sets a pick. Torrance left open. Just not great looks right now from Torrance from outside. He's been so good down low to be able to get the Falcons going again, once again, offensively. That one, Callahan, great from down low once again. Trice sets it up. Given a chance to find Hettinger. Trice pulls up. Out of bounds off of Hettinger. He tries to save it. Weber wanted the travel on Hettinger. They didn't get the call. And the head coach from Weber is going to go give the referee an earful for it. Let's hope he doesn't need that referee's favor later on in the game. As Callahan is going to settle it now for Weber. Working his way around. Callahan unable to hold on to it. Stephon Martin getting a hand in there. Buford leaving it way long. Just not a great look. That one even worse. My goodness. It's the twilight zone of three-point shooting tonight. Nothing happening on either side. Torrance going to try to force his way in. He may go up for it anyways. Ends up going off of a Weber player, and the Falcons are going to hold on to it. No foul called. And if I can tell correctly from here, the referee explaining that his shoulder had stayed low in his attempt to get up. He really hadn't gotten the ball up towards the basket. Buford struggling to hold on to it. He's going to try to force his way in anyways, just throwing it up. Hit out of the hands of Duda. Buford has had some games where he's played incredibly well and shot very well. He certainly creates a lot of opportunities for himself. These past couple just been a little bit aggressive, going at the basket too hard and putting the ball too firm into the backboard. That one Martin fouled. Finally, after 3 possessions in a row, will the Falcons have an opportunity to shoot from the line for the first time tonight? $11 turnovers right now for Weber. On the flip side, though, they do have 20 rebounds against Falcons with 13. Stephon Martin trains the first. Martin usually very good from the free throw line, which is huge out of a big man to be able to step up and consistently put free throws away. Substitution in. Jalen Bain will be checked out. Khalil Simmons in. That one missed, and Duda can't get to it. Falcons within 4. Just over 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Simmons finds McCullough. Pulls up for 2 for the jumper and cashes it. Beautiful shot from Montreal McCullough. Johnny Torrance Jr. pump fakes it. Gets down low. Tipped off of Weber. Hettinger a little bit hesitant to go grab it, but it ends up being the Falcons' ball. Either way, Torrance tries to swat it away. They're going to call a foul on Torrance. It'll be Orlando Thomas. He'll hold it at the top. Callahan swings it around. Just a missed opportunity, a wide open rebound, unfortunately whiffed by Buford. And Weber will get 2 more because of it. They've extended to the largest lead of the game now at 8 with 1.5 minutes. Not out of reach by any means, but a little bit disheartening from the Falcons to keep having those opportunities squandered. Gonna find Martin. Hettinger from deep, just leaves it short. No attempt from Torrance to go up and get it. Orlando Thomas going to settle it, waste some time, and try to continue this momentum into the locker room for halftime. Outside, no good. Weber also struggling just as much from outside the line right now. Under 1 minute left. Duda, pump fakes. Torrance goes in with it. Martin. Outside, it's Hettinger. Finding Duda. A much-needed 3 from Duda. And a huge shot to be able to send the Falcons into the break with a little bit more momentum than they had just a minute ago. Orlando Thomas goes in with it. He hits the ground hard. Stephon Martin charged with the foul. 15 seconds left. Weber leads by 5. They have a chance to extend that to 7. That one cashed by Orlando Thomas. He has a chance for one more. And the Falcons have one more chance to answer. They'll put another shooter out there for the Falcons. 13 seconds left. Weber pressing. They'll give them a little bit of slack. Just turned over. That one, certainly an effort. Hits the roof and not going to have a chance to go in to finish off that first half. Just a slow start for both sides offensively. Weber leads the Falcons by 7. The score 24-17 going into halftime. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Well, welcome back here to the second half. Florida College against Weber International. If you missed the first half, right now the Falcons trail by 7 after a slow start offensively, and good performances from both sides defensively. Falcons have really struggled, especially outside, and Weber has been able to take advantage of that on defense. Falcons going to try to turn things around, and they started off on the right foot with Stephon Martin laying in a 2 and the assist from Duda. It's Thomas outside, drained from deep. Ethan Taylor making just the second 3 of the evening for Weber. Johnny Torrance Jr. going to work its way around Duda to Martin. Torrance left wide open, just can't make it fall. Falcons doing their best to get it back in their possession, but they're unable to do so, and Weber has another shot at it. Orlando Thomas holding it up top, 2 men on. Torrance is going to steal it away. He's left wide open, and he'll lay it in comfortably. Torrance now has given himself 3 breakaway opportunities today off of steals against Weber, and subsequently is holding the Falcons in the game by doing so. Weber playing super strong defensively down low, and that one almost another one stolen away by Guinness. And Orlando Thomas is able to recover. Now 2 men on. Full press with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Not needed. Drained by Gabriel Sorensen. That one barely even hit the net. Falcons now need to answer. Torrance, Duda. He gets blocked. They're going to give it to Weber. They're going to give it to the Falcons instead. Not sure exactly what the discussion was between the 2 referees, but the Falcons maintain possession. Hettinger tries to get a finger on it, and he can't. A little bit sloppy so far in the first couple of minutes of this second half. Falcons find themselves down by 9 quickly. They're going to call blocking foul on Duda. He was certainly not ecstatic about drawing the foul there. But either way, Jordan Golden stands at the line, the junior from Orlando. Golden has 1 point on the evening so far. He's been sent to the line 1 time so far tonight and made just 1 of 2. He's 0 for 3 from the field right now, but has 7 rebounds for Weber, which has been crucial to them staying where they are offensively. In the first half, Weber had 11 turnovers against Florida College with just 6. That one, another missed free throw from Golden. 1 for 3 so far tonight. He'll have a chance to get to 50%. He's not going to do it. 1 for 4 so far tonight for Golden. That one, a good look from Hettinger and just not making it. Weber playing so well in that 3-2 zone to be able to keep Florida College out on the outside. Duda pulling up and no good, and they're just going to keep letting them have those. Duda rushes all the way in from the outside and is able to put something away for a quick Falcons 2. Tossed up and in for the 2. No foul called and a frustrated Weber bench. But Jordan Golden gets the 2. Hettinger not making it happen right now. They're going to give Weber that call. I'm not sure exactly why, but they'll call it off of Florida College last. Malik Buford in for Chase Hettinger, and Keegan Phillips in for Stephon Martin. That one pulled up from deep and drained. Weber figuring things out from outside, which is not great for the Falcons, the way that they've been struggling to make things happen. Going to be Florida College getting the ball back there. And just another wide open look there from Larion Guinness, and is unable to put it away once again off the front left side of that rim. Torrance going to pump fake. Buford. That one not falling in. Buford with a great look and gave himself a good opportunity and just cannot finish to give the Falcons a 2. Great steal by Guinness. Guinness fouled hard. He goes down hard. You could hear that one from here. We'll hope that he's all right. Looks like he didn't land on anything too bad. Maybe a hip, if anything. I'm sure he'll be a little bit sore. Looks like he's going to be all right. Certainly we'll be grateful that Guinness is all right after that one. Those can go so much worse, and we've seen that happen before. Could give a shout out to my Uncle Trey, who lost his front teeth at this very gym one night from a very similar play. Phillips is going to go up, get it to Duda. Does a great job going all the way out. Torrance gets it hit away. Falcons are going to maintain possession. Orlando Thomas chases after it, but ends up stepping out. Guinness outside to Torrance. Huge 3 there from Duda. Falcons back within 8, now giving themselves a chance. It's Golden. Waiting. Tosses it to Simmons, who finds Thomas. Right back to Golden. Driven all the way down, too aggressive, doesn't get the foul call. It's Gabriel Sorensen, left frustrated. Duda pump fakes. Goes in for the 2. Buford gives himself a chance and puts it away. A much-needed 2 for the Falcons, and they're kicking themselves back into gear a little bit on offense. Back to a 2-possession game. Under 15 minutes left now, as Orlando Thomas will bring it down for Weber. Simmons can't make it happen. Johnny Torrance Jr. gets it to Duda. Phillips goes down for the 2 and puts it away. Weber going to quickly call a timeout and try to stop this momentum. Falcons figuring things out a little bit on offense, which is very encouraging to see after that slow first half. They're back within 4 of Weber after a couple of huge shots between Johnny Torrance Jr. finding himself on a fast break a few times due to making it from outside, and Keegan Phillips with a huge layup from outside the paint was able to put that one up and in off the glass. And the Falcons are working their way right back into this thing. Just over 14 minutes left. Right now, Falcons are at 28% from the field. They've had 46 attempts from the field tonight and have made 13 of those. Weber a little bit more consistent. They're at 42% on the evening, 13 of 31. But just not as many chances from Weber. Weber has 14 turnovers. Florida College has scored 16 points off of those turnovers. Although Weber is out-rebounding Florida College by 6. They just have not been able to capitalize on those. They've only got 6 points off of rebounds all night. Florida College actually beating Weber out on offensive rebounds. They have 9 against Weber's 6. And if they're not setting themselves up for a play off of those 21 defensive rebounds, they're going to continue to struggle to break away from this Florida College team, especially with Florida College shooting a little bit better so far in the second half. We'll see if that will continue. That one tossed up and in. Gabriel Sorensen going down low and putting one off the backboard for a quick 2. Oops, goes outside to Guinness. Duda tries to find Phillips inside and off of Weber, and he does. And a gift from Weber leads to another 2. Phillips doing a great job of sticking with it. Duda found him on a good pass. It got intercepted, but just tipped, and Phillips was able to snag it and get another 2. Back within 4 now. It's tossed up and off the glass, and a foul called on Buford. This is Orlando Thomas. From the line, he's not able to make it. Just shooting 1. Falcons will hold on to this 2-possession game. Buford's going to fake. He goes down low and gets a 2. My goodness. 1-on-3 situation. Buford leaves it just short off the front of the rim, and it rolls up and bounces back out. Jalen Bain with it. Florida College back within 4. Jordan Golden looking to go down low. Blocked hard. It's Phillips. Those are the kind of things that the Falcons need to keep doing if they want to continue to create opportunities. That one, a great shot. The fadeaway from Khalil Simmons from the free throw line gives them 2 more. Buford trapped a little bit in the back. He's going to find Guinness. Has to get a little bit acrobatic to be able to reel that one back in. And Torrance now finds Duda. Duda just a little bit long off the post, unfortunately, for the Falcons. That'll be turned over to Weber, and Weber now has a chance to extend it to more than just a 2-possession game, which we've held at here for the last 5 minutes or so. Under 12 minutes now in this game for the Falcons to make a run. Bain tosses it outside. That one out the back of the rim. Orlando Thomas unable to put that one in. It's Guinness moves things around. Buford outside Torrance. Torrance goes up for the 2. Fouled on the way to the basket. Once again, Callahan called there with the foul. Having a conversation with the referee for the second play in a row. Not super happy with the call. This will be Johnny Torrance Jr. with a chance to knock a couple in for the Falcons. He'll get the first. Callahan with just 2 fouls. Not sure exactly where he was headed on that play, as that Weber still had to inbound it. He's tripped up and ends up on the court. Will be inbounded to Bain. Guinness on defense. Brought all the way around and pulled up. And unfortunately, the flop is going to win on this one. Khalil Simmons may have landed on the foot of Nate Duda and took it upon himself to hit the deck. And it's going to pay off. He'll get 1 so far with an opportunity for 3. Makes 2 so far. He's going to get all 3. It's like the NBA. Sometimes flopping pays, and he'll get 3 out of it. Chase Hettinger now has it with a chance for the Falcons to continue the charge, trailing by 7. Krzyzewski drains it. Huge 3 from Krzyzewski to answer those free throws. Orlando Thomas unable to get to him in time and stop. It's Jalen Bain with it. Doesn't like it from way downtown. Khalil Simmons feeling himself a little bit, pulling up from about 4 steps behind the line. And it is not going to pay off this time. And not only that, it gives the Falcons a chance to make this a 1-possession game for the first time in the second half. That one's stolen away. Callahan grabs it. Falcons didn't give themselves a great chance there. They're going to answer quickly. Krzyzewski's going to pump fake. Find Hettinger instead. Falcons are going to somehow lose possession of that ball. Buford had it As we've seen a little bit tonight, he's been a little sloppy just with his ball handling and a little bit shooting as well down low. A little bit too aggressive, and that one Krzyzewski's going to get a hold of. Weber tossing the ball all the way across the court at this point, and it ends up somehow back in the hands of Jalen Bain. 10 seconds on the shot clock still as they set something up. 2 men on, 3 seconds. Callahan left. Shot clock expires, but it wasn't reset, it looks like. Falcons are going to end up with it. Krzyzewski with an easy 2. Huge capitalization on that Weber error for the Falcons to get it back to just a 4-point game. Both teams figuring things out on offense. It's refreshing to see a little bit sloppier on defense, no doubt, but much, much better. Weber has actually flipped their defensive strategy, originally with 3 down low and only 2 up top, just letting the Falcons take pretty much whatever they wanted from up top because they weren't making it. And now they've had to switch and put 3 up top and just 2 down low, which is giving the Falcons more opportunities down low, but also they've capitalized on the chances that they've gotten up top a little bit better. Falcons have made 4 so far from outside the line. Weber has also made 4. Still shooting percentage-wise pretty poorly from outside. Falcons have had 29 efforts tonight from outside the line and have made just 4 of those. But they've kept it together in the turnover column, just 7 turnovers so far tonight, and they've really capitalized on Weber's turnovers with 16 points off of their 14 turnovers. Khalil Simmons leading the charge right now for Weber with 13 points. Nate Duda with 12 for Florida College on 8 rebounds and 2 assists. Duda right now with 3 fouls. He'll have to be careful as we near the end of this game to not get into too much foul trouble. Weber inbounds. Working it around, it's Bain who ends up with it. Goes up in a solid 2 in front of Keegan Phillips, who can't stop him. Jamal Trice now in for Florida College. Krzyzewski wants it. Just off, and a great look. Bain is going to take some time, call a pick. Left alone down low. Trice pulled off to help. That one out of bounds on Weber. That one pulled up. Trice off the left side. We could see that one from the beginning here. Hettinger, some of these are going to have to start falling. 31 attempts from outside the line for the Falcons tonight. They've made just 4. They're going to have to get a little bit better. When Bain looked like he had a good opportunity that he'd create him for himself and just is not able to do it. Hettinger, that one in. Much needed to get the Falcons back within 3. It's a 1-possession game now for the first time in the second half. This has quickly become a game once again. That one tossed in clean from Bain. Bain playing pretty well in the second half, especially down low. Lots of opportunities created. That one, the pump fake. Hettinger gets in, tries to get his own rebound and cannot. Tries to steal it away. Bain outside. No good. Pushed off the ball. Jamal Trice cannot grab that rebound, and it's Torrance who's going to step up. That one's stolen. He ends up getting tripped on his way down. Tripping called on Johnny Torrance Jr. It's Bain who has it. He goes down. Nothing called. Stepping up from outside. Nothing. Hettinger can't grab it. Brought in once again. Not sure exactly what the stoppage was for. Weber maintains the ball. Missed opportunity. Hettinger has it. Goes up for the two. Too strong off the backboard. We have to get better at those opportunities to be able to finish. Still a 5-point game. But Jalen Bain has been good so far in that guard spot. He's trying to tack on a couple more. Brought down Orlando. Callahan puts it in for two. Weber leads by 7. Krzyzewski drains it. Krzyzewski catching fire in the second half. He's put up a couple from outside now, and they're going to maybe look to him a little bit more in these last 5 minutes. They're back within 4 quickly. Bain driving down, tries to throw it up. Trice passes from the ground. Torrance. Hettinger. Hettinger puts it in for 2. Falcons within 2 for the first time in the second half. Getting some encouragement from the bench now. This 5 out there for Florida College gelling a little bit better than some of their other groups have. A huge block from Phillips. Phillips, Krzyzewski, and Trice will come off. Put up once again and a great 2. Khalil Simmons with the step back, re-extending that lead to 4. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the second half. Torrance left open. Drains it from outside. Torrance to get the Falcons back within 1. Pulled up from outside. No answer. Weber hits it right into the hands of Chase Hettinger, and Duda is going to push but not go for it. Torrance. 2! Johnny Torrance Jr. has made this a game once again. Falcons lead for the first time since it was 2-0. Not only that, he's been sent to the line with an opportunity for one more. He drains it. 4-point play. What a huge turnaround for Florida College in these past couple minutes. We'll see if Weber will claw their way back now and put this back to an even split with just over 3 left to play. Wrapped up. Jump ball called. Falcons are going to call a 30-second timeout. Johnny Torrance Jr. headed over to the medical station. Maybe getting his hand wrapped. It's like he may have gotten scratched on one of those plays. Falcons call a short timeout, and after a brief discussion, it looks like they'll set the shot clock at 2 seconds. Weber's going to be given the ball back, but they've got just 2 seconds to put up a shot. Florida College needs a stop here to be able to put a little bit more pressure than they have at all earlier tonight on this Weber team and force them to be the ones to make something happen in these last couple minutes. Foul called on Martin. They're going to send him to the line for 2. And they surprised Martin. Martin had his back to the Weber player inbounding it. Couldn't see it coming in, and by the time the ball got into his hands, there in the paint, Martin just threw his hands up and unfortunately was charged with a foul for it. No harm done so far, missing the first. He'll make the second. Golden not having a great night from the free throw line, 2 for 6. No doubt he'll be in the gym working on those next week. Johnny Torrance Jr. around to Hettinger, and it's Guinness with it. Gonna find Duda. Hettinger swung around. Torrance, 3 in a row. Finding a groove is Johnny Torrance Jr. The Falcons lead by 5. And they are going to need to keep passing him the rock in these last 2.5 minutes. Pressure put on up top, Florida College. Getting aggressive on defense. Right now, and it's Torrance who ends up snagging the rebound. He will settle it wisely and waste some time as they have a 2-possession lead at the moment with 5. The clock is going to wind down to the 2-minute mark. Hettinger will swing it all the way around. Torrance, 4 in a row for Johnny Torrance Jr. A confidence we have not seen all year from him right now. And it could not have come at a better time for the Falcons. Weber left distracted. 4-on-1 situation, gets blocked. And in just a 4-minute stretch, Weber finds themselves down by 8. 1:20 left. No fouling from Weber, and the Falcons are going to say thank you and just let that clock wind down as much as Weber will let them. Hettinger pulls it up. They waste a good 25 seconds on that play. 1 minute left for Weber to come back by 8. Falcons need to play slow and smart defensively to finish this one out. Foul going to be called. Neither side in the bonus yet, which means Weber looks like they might actually be calling a shooting foul. Never mind, they've rotated it right back. They've put it back down at the baseline. As it looked like originally from up here, they're going to call a timeout, Weber. What a turn of events for the Falcons. Johnny Torrance Jr. has now made 4 threes in a row after the Falcons took the first 35 minutes of the game just to make 4 threes as a team. Falcons have somehow crept up to 10 from outside tonight and are up to 37.5% from the field. Weber with 15 turnovers. They've put a cap on it a little bit. But still are struggling to be able to stop this Falcons team. Defensively, the Falcons have figured things out as they had in the first. They struggled a little bit offensively to start the second half, but are now figuring things out. Keep in mind, they had only about 14 points in the entire first half. And now they're sitting at 63, more than doubled their entire score from the first half so far. I'm not sure what they talked about at halftime, but whatever it is, it worked. Weber trails by 8, 53 seconds to make something happen. They'll give him that one. He misses it. Torrance can't get a hold of it. Blocking foul called. Khalil Simmons was left on the ground on that play. It's going to be Orlando Thomas sent to the line. Johnny Torrance with 21 for the Falcons.